dear students. Last time we have seen the CO2 transport, carbon dioxide transport, and this carbon dioxide is transported by means of three ways: with the help of plasma, with the help of bicarbonate ion, and with the help of RBCs. Okay. Now see this diagram. This oxygen pickup and CO2 pickup at tissue level. Now see these are the tissue cells. Okay, the formation of carbon dioxide takes place in tissues that is transported through this interstitial fluid. Okay, these are the tissue cells. From these tissue cells, carbon dioxide is diffused into interstitial fluid, and then this carbon dioxide then they transport. This is the capillary membrane. Capillary membrane means that is the blood capillary membrane. Just inside the blood capillary membrane there is a blood. Okay, blood means having RBCs and plasma. Now this is the RBC. This is the RBC, and around this RBC there is a plasma. Now see here, carbon dioxide that is get diffused into the blood. Okay, blood means that is the RBCs. Okay, in RBCs this carbon dioxide, now this is the fast process. This is the fast process. The CO2 combines inside the RBCs. Inside the RBCs, CO2 combines with water to form carbonic acid. That is the carbonic acid, and this carbonic acid again dissociates into bicarbonate ion and H plus ion. Second, the CO2 CO2 combines with hemoglobin to form a carb-aminohemoglobin. It's called as carb-aminohemoglobin. Okay. Now, this RBC also carry the oxyhemoglobin. This oxyhemoglobin dissociates because it is an unstable compound. It dissociates into oxygen and hemoglobin. Okay, and this oxygen gets free from this hemoglobin, and this oxygen is given to the cells or tissue cells. Okay, and this hemoglobin combines with H plus ion to form a reduced hemoglobin. Okay. Now this is the fast process that takes place inside the RBCs. Now see this CO2 in plasma. This CO2 in plasma combines with water. Okay, in the presence of carbonic anhydrase enzyme, it forms carbonic acid. It forms carbonic acid, and this carbonic acid again dissociates into the bicarbonate ion and H plus. Okay. Now see here, this inside the RBC, the formation of this bicarbonate ion takes place in a large quantity. That's why these bicarbonate ions get shifted into the plasma, means get outside. That moves out. This bicarbonate ion moves out, means in plasma. Due to the moving out of this bicarbonate ion, the charge balance get imbalanced. Okay, that's why this chloride ion which is present in plasma, that comes in the RBCs. That's why this is called as chloride shift via transport protein. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे या ठिकाणी काय होते की बायकार्बोनेट आयनचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन या ठिकाणी वाढल्यामुळे काय होते की हे आयन्स जे आहे ते काय होते प्लाझ्मा मध्ये शिफ्ट होते, त्याच्यामुळे चार्ज इम्बॅलन्स होते. हे चार्ज कॉम्पेन्सेट करण्यासाठी क्लोराइड आयन काय होते आरबीसीस मध्ये येतात. क्लोराइड आयन आरबीसीस मध्ये येतात, त्याला म्हणायचं क्लोराइड शिफ्ट वाया ट्रान्सपोर्ट प्रोटीन. ठीक. आता या ठिकाणी पुन्हा दुसरी डायग्राम आपण या ठिकाणी बघू. दिस इज दी ओके. This is called as membrane which is present between, that is the membrane which is present between lung and blood capillary. Okay. This is the fused membrane. outside this membrane there is, we can say, lungs is present. Lung cells are present. Okay. Suppose these are the lung cells. These are the lung cells. Now, this is the fused membrane. Outside the fused membrane there is a lung cells, and inside there is blood, that is RBCs. This is the RBCs. Outside the RBCs there is plasma. This is the RBC. Outside the RBC is the plasma. Okay. Now reversal process is there. What happens? Outside the RBCs means in plasma. What happens? Bicarbonate ion HCO3 plus H plus SCO3 negative. Okay, it forms carbonic acid. It forms carbonic acid. H2CO3 dissociates to form a CO2 plus H2O. Okay, this CO2 gets excreted out in lungs. Okay, CO2. Next process, that is HCO3 negative plus H plus. It forms carbonic acid H2CO3. It again the carbonic anhydride. It forms CO2 plus H2O. Okay, this H2O diffuse out the lungs. Okay. Then carb amino hemoglobin. This is called as carb amino hemoglobin. It dissociates to form a CO2 and hemoglobin. The CO2 get diffused into the lungs. Okay. Now all these things, this carbon dioxide get diffused out into the lungs. Okay, into the lungs. Now oxygen. This oxygen that is transported into blood. That oxygen goes to the plasma, O2, that is dissolved in plasma. Now this oxygen combines with reduced hemoglobin. This is the reduced hemoglobin, HHB, reduced hemoglobin, and it forms HbO2. That is oxyhemoglobin plus H plus. It forms H plus. Okay. Here is the again chloride shift. CO2. Chloride shift. HCO3 that comes in, and Cl that goes out is called as chloride shift. Via transport protein. Okay. Via transport protein. This is the diagram of that is oxygen pickup and CO2 release. O2 pickup and CO2 release in the lungs. Okay. CO2 transport. Now means here is CO2 is transported from tissues to blood, means to RBCs, to the plasma, and that is then that CO2 is again transported to the lungs. Okay, lungs. Then next respiration, that is type of respiration, that is cellular respiration. That is deep part. Cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means what? Cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means the respiration which takes place inside the cell. Means it is the last cellular respiration means the respiration which takes place inside the cell is called as cellular respiration. It is the last step. Cellular respiration, it is the last step in respiration taking place inside the cell. Step taking place inside the cell. Okay, inside the cell where food is oxidized. Where food is oxidized and ATP is generated. ATP is generated. Food is oxidized and ATP is generated. It can be shown by two steps. Okay, it can be shown by the two steps. The first one is that is oxidation. And second, that is called as phosphorylation. Okay. Oxidation means that is the breaking of complex organic molecule into simple inorganic molecule with the release of heat energy. Okay. Oxidation is what is breaking of complex organic molecule into simple inorganic molecule with the release of heat energy. The equation will be equation of respiration, that is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 to form 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus 686 kilocalorie heat energy is generated. Okay. Then phosphorylation. Second step is that is the phosphorylation. It involves the trapping of in phosphorylation. It involves the trapping of heat energy in the form of high energy bond of ATP molecule. Okay. Means phosphorylation, it involves the trapping of heat energy in the form of high energy bond of ATP molecule. ATP is used to carry out vital life processes, and so it is called as energy currency of the cell. Okay, means ADP plus inorganic phosphate plus 7.3 kilocalorie, that is energy to form ATP. Okay, phosphorylation means it is nothing but the synthesis of ATP molecule. also it will work. Okay. This is regarding the cellular respiration, which is the last step taking place inside the cell, where is food is oxidized and ATP is generated. Okay. Now this is regarding the CO2 transport and cellular respiration.